Okay, Marshall, go ahead and state your name. And what do you do, man?
Hold on, I got it on my phone. I'm Marshall Bennett. I own and work Eternal Tattoos in Eastpoint, Michigan.
Why did you decide to be a tattooer?
I kind of got looped in.
How did that happen?
Always been an artist, and basically, and I had an airbrush studio, and in Western New York, where I'm from, and I had an artist stop in and seen a lot of my murals. I've airbrushed on everything. Said, "Yeah, you should be tattooing, man." And I've never saw any good tattoos.
Yeah.
Just my uncle's hula girl from the 40s, looked like a grease stain. My brother's spider web, and I turned him away. He come back with some magazines, and I was blown away with the stuff they're doing. And one of the features with Brian Everett, who once I got going tattooing, I tattooed him. I was pretty honored. But yeah, and it just kind of, tattooing just kind of sucks you in, you know. Everything else takes a back burner.
Yeah, that was my next question. Who would you say were your greatest mentors in your early years?
Besides you?
I didn't come around till way later.
Well, my memory fails me. I can't remember what I had for breakfast. Did I eat breakfast this morning?
How long have you been tattooing?
This will be 26 years.
Wow.
Still don't have a clue what I'm doing.
Hey.
My heroes? Oh man, a lot of my friends now, I'm pretty lucky. Just got tattooed by Paul Booth, he's everybody's hero. Robert Hernandez, been tattooing me for a few years now. Of course, my partner in crime, Bob Tyrell. Tom Renshaw helped Bob and I out a lot when we started, so he's a major hero and influence. But all the great black and gray guys, Jack Rudy, Brian Everett, the late Tony Olivas, my brother, and there's so many good artists now. They're hard to list them all, but in the beginning, these were the guys that really, got me excited.
Is there anyone that you really want to get tattooed by for sure that you know that you haven't yet?
Oh, there's a ton. Yeah, yeah, you're on that list. Yeah, there's a few. There's a guy out of Vietnam that does these color portraits. I mean, I would like to watch him work, but I really like his work.
Do you think that's a good way to learn, is by getting tattooed by your...
That's the best way,
That's what
my
I
opinion.
think too.
I've taken many seminars. I teach seminars now, but back in the day, I'd stand at a podium and talk throughout a seminar. It helps a little, but I'm kind of a hands-on. I learn more from watching, and more questions arise than reading. I read a paragraph 3-4 times and still not absorb it.
So would you consider yourself more of a self-taught artist, or did you have a classic traditional apprenticeship?
In the beginning, I was self-taught. I wish I had a hardcore apprenticeship. It would have saved me years. But the guy just let me go on my art ability. Said watch him a couple times and there you go, take off, So I wish he'd have showed me a little bit more about skin, because it would have saved me at least 2-3 years.
Yeah, but luckily you did have the opportunity to work with a lot of great artists.
Well, when I moved to Michigan, I was fortunate to get in with Eternal Tattoos, where it was my favorite shop in the whole country.
How long ago was that?
25 years ago.
Wow. So you were really just getting started back then, and you hopped right in with Eternal.
Pretty lucky, yeah. Well, I went in and told Tramp I've been tattooing for like 7 years, and I've been tattooing like less than a year. But he liked what he saw in my portfolio and put me right to work. And I was fortunate that within a few months, me and Bob ended up in the same shop, the same Eternal Tattoos, the Eternal that I own now. And so Bob's a big influence as well. And
awesome. How has the industry changed over the years? I know in many ways, but the biggest ways you see. It's so different now than it was back then.
Yeah, there's so many angles to go on that, but the artwork is so much better. I mean, now you have people with master's degrees getting into tattooing. But back in the day when we started, it was kind of still on the fringe, still a little bit of outlaw. Bob and I come in at a good time, and it's crazy growth in the infancy of it when this is late 90s. And it was pretty big, but it was still changing, and we were lucky enough to get in with the pioneers, where we were like kind of something special when we're not. Now we're just average. There's so many good artists out there, man. And so we're lucky that we got that kind of exposure.
I don't necessarily agree with you guys being average. Maybe
not
the
me,
artists of today.
Not about me. Yeah.
There, that's another leads into this other question about your opinion on AI art in the tattoo industry. What do you think about that? How people are using, like, you know, just computer generated images and just slapping it on the skin. I mean, like,
Yeah.
they look dope, right? But it's like,
I've tried it. I can't get AI art to do anything I want it to do. I mean, it's good for references, but I still would want to draw it.
yeah, for sure.
Just my own thing. AI art in life is probably going to destroy mankind, but that's a wholly different.
Do you have advice for aspiring tattooers?
Yeah, I would say try to attend some conventions and try to get tattooed from your heroes. Watch your heroes. Take your time. Make yourself happy. Don't rush a thing. It'll come, but make sure it's coming from your heart. Make sure that you're into it for the right reasons. Some money will come eventually, but make yourself happy. Make it work for you, and you'll be in it for the long haul. Like I said, if you love it and fulfill yourself, it's not like you're working, man.
Right. You have to have that passion for it.
I think so.
You've had so many awards, recognition and respect of your peers and clientele around the world. What sets you apart from other artists?
Well, what a lot of people don't know is I picked a lot of these awards up at the thrift store. I thought they'd look good in the shop.
Secrets
No.
out. They look great.
Like I say, back in the day, though, it was there wasn't a lot of us doing the super realistic stuff. I think that we were kind of pioneers in a little bit.
Absolutely. I remember that's what I thought the best tattoos were. If you could tattoo realism,
Yeah.
like, you were the best.
Well, yeah, it separated a lot, and shading and all that. But I don't know.
Is that what you're most known for?
Yeah, a lot of realistic stuff in black and gray. I love doing color. I just got into that. Eternal in general was really famous for the black and gray artists, and I fell into that. And when I started tattooing, the best work I saw was black and gray work. And I also like how it ages compared to other styles, other color work.
Are there any kinds of tattoos that you refuse to do?
Well, yeah, nobody wants to do hateful tattoos, or I don't do political tattoos. I won't do racist tattoos. I mean, I'll cover them up because people, you know, everybody makes foolish decisions.
Do you have a favorite tattoo that you've done?
Yeah, the one I'm working on right now. No, if you ask me later, I'll probably have a few come to mind.
What is the weirdest tattoo you've ever done? I know you get this question a lot, but you've done so many tattoos. What was...
I don't know if I should mention it here. You can edit it out. I've tattooed up in there. I'll never do it again, but and it hurt. And I was like, why? But yeah.
Do you have goals or plans for the future of Eternal or yourself in general?
Well, I'm hoping that this little video thing will help my modeling and acting career take off. Actually, I'm more about being happy, enjoying life.
So what do you do outside of work when you're not tattooing? Because, like, we do this job so that we can enjoy our life. We enjoy what we do, and outside of work, what brings you the greatest pleasure?
That's the thing. There's a life outside of tattooing. I love to fish. I have a cabin off the grid. I've trained myself to sleep whether I'm tired or not. Also trained myself to eat even when I'm full. So there's some of my passions. And I love to fish. And I'm an aspiring artist. I, love to paint. It's finding the time because tattooing sucks you in. And a lot of something you asked me about saying something to younger kids is like, press right into it, but don't burn out. We love what we do, so don't feel like work, but months and months of 12, 14-hour days, which I used to do back in the day. And constantly, 7 days, still do. And one day it's like overwhelming, and it burns you out. Take the time, enjoy it, and it'll help your work as well. To have that balance.
Absolutely.
I'm still looking for it, but I know about it.
Well, I know your drawings are amazing, and you are doodling all the time. So.
All the time.
Okay, couple last questions. Are you a dog or a cat person?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I got both. I love all animals.
Okay, one more. Soft or hard shell tacos?
Absolutely. Tacos? Hell yeah.
I'm assuming you're very selective with what you tattoo and who you tattoo. So are you accepting new clients still on a case-by-case basis?
Sure, always. And I'm trying to be more selective of what I do, but I like people, and if people are really nice and sincere, there's not a lot I won't do for them if it's even simple. I try to be more selective and do something that's more in my style, something that I can put part of me into.
Yeah.
But yeah, contact me social media. I'm pretty laid back. I do have a wait list. But yeah, I really do like people, so I'm real approachable. And
So if you're cool and you got a good idea, you might get in quicker.
yeah, a little bit, yeah, maybe. Sure.
All right, Marshall.
What else?
Anything up on the horizon soon? Conventions, traveling?
Oh yeah, I
seminars?
always got something going on, traveling, conventions, etc.
What are you excited for next?
Let's see. Well, summer gets kind of crazy and hectic. I got a couple camping expeditions going on, going back to my cabin off the grid, fishing, family, and grandkids down there. That's what it's all about. And that's it. Still trying to learn every day, man. All these years, I still don't have a clue what I'm doing. Every day, I feel like I'm absorbing something or learning. And
I think that's part of what makes you great, and you have so many people that look up to you.
oh, no kidding. There's a lot of misinformed people out there, but I appreciate that.
The
And
work speaks for itself, right?
I don't know. Does it? Yeah. I mean, I
So
love
say
it.
less, Marshall.
I love it. Say less.
Say less. Thank you.
Thank you.